Hey guys, welcome to the pre-Magnify countdown. We got about 5 minutes before we start. So I got a little game for us. So we're going to play a little game as our countdown today. We're going to play categories. If you guys don't know how to play categories, this is how you do it. I'm going to put up some words. All right, you have 10 words, and then you're going to have a letter. You've got to figure out those words that start with that letter, all right? So if the letter was A and I said, pick a vegetable, you would maybe say asparagus, okay? That's how you play categories. This is how we're going to do it because we're online. I am going to give those words out. I have words that I've already put down, so if you put down different words than me, you will get a point. If you put down the same words as me, then you don't get a point, all right? And this is just for fun for you to have, so you can compete with the people in your small group. You can do whatever you want to do. So we're going to start categories. So let's see how this goes. The letter we have is M. All right. So you have to find things out that start with these. Fruits and vegetables that start with M. Computer lingo. Country. Words associated with exercise. College degrees. Car parts. Boys' names, animals, things that you wear, sports. So you guys have a couple minutes. When we hit about the 2-minute countdown, I'm going to start telling you what I put. We should be there about the point when my music's on. Oops. All right, you guys couldn't really hear me. I didn't realize the music for the countdown was on. So anyways, you guys know how to play categories. We hit about the 2-minute, 1:32-minute mark. I'll tell you what I had, but you guys will have to figure it out. Words that describe these categories that start with the letter M, all right? So we'll give you that. You guys got about a minute and a half or so to figure yours out. While you do that, I'm just going to talk because what else do I have to do while you figure that out? In a second, we're going to have a Lake Ann video. And you guys will see what's going on with Lake Ann. I get all these questions. Number one, do you have to sign up still? Yes, you do have to sign up. Even if you signed up before, sign up again, you know. Lake Ann had canceled all registrations because they didn't think they were going to have camp. So you need to sign up again, okay? Number two, will there be camp points? Yes, there will be camp points. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm still figuring that out. Me and Pastor Matt will go through camp points and make sure we are generous in giving out the camp points that we figure you would have earned, and we will always make sure we side on giving you extra if you feel like it. And then we'll give those out as soon as we can get those calculated. Number three, junior high. What are we going to do for you? I actually have some good ideas. I actually was contacted by a friend of mine today saying that they are having junior high camp at their camp and invited us to come there. So I'm going to go check that out and see about maybe going there. We'll see, and we'll have something for you, though, I promise. All right? Just a couple things about camp. 1:40 left before we start. I'm going to go through these, the ones that I got. So, all right, fruits and veggies. If you put a mango, you say you got the same as me, that means you don't get a point. You had to pick something other than a mango, fruit or vegetable that didn't start with that starts with an M that wasn't mango. Okay. Number two is microchip. Microchip. So you put motherboard or something, you're good. Microchip you can't use. Oh, Dylan Bohm said he put mango. Ha. Number three, I put Madagascar. Why? Because that movie was awesome. That's why. That's really the country that I think of when I get to hear M. So Madagascar was mine. Words associated with exercise. Macho. Guys think they're very macho when they exercise. So that's what I put. All right. Hope you didn't do it. So you could have 4 points. You could have none. If you have the same as me, you don't get any points. All right. College degree. A mathematician. I don't know what you do with that degree, but it's a degree. So you could a mathematics or a mathematician degree. Probably more a mathematics degree. Car part. A motor. Boy's name, Michael. Remember, these all have to start with M. So someone just posted on there, run. Run doesn't count because it starts with an R. Starts with an R, not a noun. So that doesn't count. All right, that was for exercise, I'm guessing. All right, animals. Oops, I gotta get my animals up. I just clicked off it. Animals is a moose. I picked a moose. Things to wear, mittens. And sports, I spelled it wrong too. It's supposed to say mini golf, not mimi golf. Mini golf, like putt-putt, mini golf. So those are my words. I hope you did well. You should put up your score on our posts. What'd you get? What'd you score? Hope you did well. So that said, I'm going to give you guys our Lake Ann camp announcement again, just in case you didn't hear it, and earlier this week, and then we will get into our program tonight. Hey guys, Pastor Ross here.
Pastor Matt.
Hey guys, we got a couple announcements for you. First one, Lake Ann camp has changed again because Lake Ann camp is reopening for a full week of camp. And so what that means for us is that we're going to go the same week, July 27th through August 1st. But there's a change. It's only for kids going into 6th grade for Jump Start, kids going into 9th grade for Fresh Start, or any kid that was in senior high last year. Junior high and juniors, camp will not be open for you.
That stinks.
It does. But for you guys that can go to camp, we need you to go onto our website, eflint.org. There's a list of things you need to do and a link to the Lake Ann registration site. So go do that as soon as possible. It's first come, first serve. We want everybody to sign up as soon as possible.
Yes. So what does that mean for the younger kids that we were going to take to camp with us? Well, we don't get to go to Lake Ann and run our own camp and have all Emmanuel people there. Instead, we're going to do Action Day Camp. It's going to be different than how Action Day Camp normally is,
still
like
pretty cool,
in
though.
June, but still pretty cool because we get to do Action Day Camp. So our plan right now is for August 10th through August 12th. It'll be Monday through Wednesday, a 3 full-day Action Day Camp here at Emmanuel. So mark your schedules for that. More details to come in a few days and in the next couple of weeks. So,
junior hires, what does that mean for you? I don't know yet. I've got a couple of great ideas right up here. Some things that I think are going to be really cool for you. It's going to be, I even got a chance, maybe we'll still go to Lake Ann somehow, some way, maybe this fall. I don't know. I got to work through some things, but we'll make sure that something happens for you because it stinks. You're going to miss Lake Ann, and so we want to make it up for you somehow, some way. So stay tuned. Stay on my Facebook page, the Emmanuel Student Ministries Facebook page. Come to youth group. You'll hear all about it, and we will do something for you, I promise.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this summer.
That's right.
If you have any questions, just ask. See you guys.
All right. Hey, you want to know something funny about that video today? I had someone comment about, like, hey, when did you guys go to Lake Ann to tape that video? And that's actually completely green screen. So kudos to me and Pastor Matt for putting that together. I guess it was, I think it's funny somebody thought we were actually at Lake Ann. That's pretty cool. So, hey, guys. So if you guys are not at a small group watch party today, you guys should start coming. We're going to be doing watch parties through the month of June still. And then starting in July, it looks like we are going to start doing some live youth group at the church. And we'll just come, we'll hang out outside, we'll do some games, do some teaching, have some fun, have some food. So we'll all get together in the month of July. But for the rest of June, we will continue to kind of do the watch parties, virtual youth group online type of a Magnify. So that said, we got a game tonight at the end for our small groups. So the only game we're doing is that categories. If you didn't make it to a watch party, that's the only game we have. So we're going to skip straight into worship. So if you guys will stand up and join singing to our great God.
We're giving it all away. Hey, 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 hey. We're giving it all to go your way. His love for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. Free at last, He has ransomed, His grace runs deep. While I was a slave to sin, Jesus died for me. Yes, He died for me. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. I am chosen, not forsaken. I am who you say I am. You are for me, not against me. I am who you say I am. Oh, I am who you say I am. Who the Son sets free, oh, is free indeed. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am. In my Father's house, there's a place for me. I'm a child of God, yes I am.
Amen. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. So hey, we got a little video for you here, real quick. It's a little kind of show video of what it means to be light. We talked about it last week about loving those within our community, our youth group, our church, and then we'll have our teaching video that talks more about what it means to be the light in the sense that God calls us a city on a hill that lights the world. And so we're going to give you that special video of ours, and then we will get into our message for today.
It all began with a spark. The spark caught fire in my heart, and I can see it lighting up the dark. And now it's burning brighter than ever. It's down deep in my soul. The fire burning out of control. It's love and I gotta let it show. It's changing my world for the better. So raise one hand high, throw your light in the sky. We're gonna keep it shining forever. It's brightest when we're shining together. This little light up, I'm gonna let it shine. And in the darkest, I'll be the brightest. No covering up, no shutting it down, no blowing it out. I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let it shine. We're shining brighter than the sun. We're lighting up the world for everyone.
change and it starts with me.
One head high, throw your light in the sky. We're gonna keep it shining forever. Oh, it's brightest when we're shining together. This little light up, I'm gonna let it. And in the darkest, I'll be the brightest. No covering up, no shutting it down, no blowing it out. I'm gonna let it shine all around. I'm gonna let it. This little light up, I'm gonna let it. And in the darkest, I'll be the brightest. No covering up, no shutting it down, no blowing it out. I'm gonna let it shine all around. I'm gonna let it shine.
Hey guys, welcome to the Bible study portion of our virtual Magnify today. I want to continue talking to you guys about light. Well, last week we talked about being a light, and how we treat each other is going to depend a lot on how people think about us outside of our church. We talked about how do you serve the people inside of our group, inside of our church. How do we do that on a daily and weekly basis? But this week we're going to talk about that light and what it means as an impact into the rest of the world. And so if you take your Bibles, in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16, it says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand and give light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." I don't know if you guys have ever done this. I do it all the time. I feel stupid every time I do it. But you ever like pick your phone out of your pocket and your flashlight's been on for like 20 minutes and someone's like, "Hey, you know your flashlight's on?" Or you're just sitting in your pocket and that light's kind of shining through. Like, "Hey, you know your flashlight's on in your pocket?" And you're like, "Oh, I feel stupid. I just wasted like 20% of my battery for no reason at all." And you know, the reason I feel stupid is because who would put their flashlight on purpose and stick it in their pocket, right? You wouldn't do that, but you feel like that's what you did. You're like, "Oh, I just stick my flashlight in my pocket and now I feel like an idiot," right? You know, the Bible's kind of talking about that here. Nobody takes the flashlight of their phone, turns it on, and sticks it in their pocket, right? That's dumb. But what we are called to as Christians, we are called to be that light that God has for the world. When Jesus left this world, that job became ours. He was the light of the world. Now we are a light on a hill that's shining Jesus' light for him while he is preparing a place for us in heaven. And so what does that mean for us? That's the question. If that's what it is, what does it mean? Well, number one, we talked about last week again. We talked about loving one another. Every time we come to youth group, every time we come to church, every time we're at school and we see one of our fellow believers, you know, needing some love or just seeing them in the hall, showing them love every time. But it also means taking that light and shining it into a dark world, into a dark corner. And so I want to give you guys some principles about that today. We're going to talk about specifics in your small group, but I want to talk to you guys about some principles. Number one is this, is that as Christians, you know, we are called to be a light that shines, you know, like a lighthouse. In Michigan, we are well known for our lighthouses, right? A lighthouse stands up on a pier. A lot of times they're built up a little bit so the boats can see them, and they can see the harbor, they can see the other boats, they don't crash. You know, that's what a lighthouse does. We are called to shine light so that people can see the way, right? People can see the way to Jesus Christ. If you look right at the end of verse 16, it actually says the purpose for our light shining is to glorify our Father in heaven. And so other people will see it and they will glorify our Father in heaven. That's why we do what we do. That's why taking the fact of being a light is so serious, is so important to us. Now, here's the thing. It's hard, I know. What a lot of people do, and I've done it in parts of my life, is you become a Christian, and what you do is you kind of hope people don't notice. You kind of hope people see you, leave you alone, and don't really know that you are. Or that they accept you as one of their own, but they don't ever think about the fact that you are different from them. You are a child of God. And the thing is, guys, we have to understand and be aware of is that that's not how Jesus has talked about. That's actually taking the light and putting it under a bushel so that no one can see it. That's exactly what he's talking about here. What we need to do as Christians is we need to stand out. All right? Now, how does that happen? Well, you can do grandiose things. You can do small things. But really, guys, I will tell you right now, the world is changed by ordinary people doing ordinary things that make great impact. And that's really what I believe. You know, a lot of people, they feel like they have to do this grand thing. They have to be out front. But the world really changes when a lot of ordinary people just go about their ordinary business in a different way. And that's what I want to challenge you guys with. When I became a Christian, you know, I didn't know the Bible enough to do anything really big, right? I decided I was going to bring my Bible to school. I didn't do it so people would be like, oh man, that dude's a Christian. I did it for myself. I did it because if I had my Bible with me, I felt like I would remember I need to follow Jesus and not the way I used to live. I felt like I would be a little more held accountable. So I brought it for myself. I carried it with my books. I went everywhere with me, went to every class. I sat it there. I remember it was reminding me that I needed to be different than I was before. Now, the impact of that is that people began noticing, well, what are you carrying? You know, why would you carry that? Well, do you read it? And honestly, I almost never read my Bible at school. It wasn't so I could learn more. It was to keep myself accountable. But it changed me. And it actually began to get people asking questions. And actually, you know, it was nice because people noticed I was a Christian. And you know what? It's not like they cared. They still tried to get me to do the same things that they always did. But they did notice. And, you know, I just went about my business. And, you know, even in football, you know, I went about my business doing my thing. And, you know, my senior year, I got very bold, you know. You know, they knew what I was a Christian, but they used God's name in vain, GD, all these things all throughout practice. And, you know, I just asked them before football started, we all got together. We thought we were going to win the state championship, and we came so close. But we got together like, how are we going to come together as a team? And I said, guys, listen, you know, I'm a believer. I don't care if you curse and do all that. That's whatever, you know, whatever. But just leave God's name out of it. That's all I ask. Just be respectful in that way. And, you know, my job wasn't to judge them. My job was just to show them a different way. This is all I ask. I don't want you to be perfect. I don't even want you to stop swearing. I just wanted you to stop using God's name in vain because that was important to me. I want to use it as an example because I want you to see this. Number one, I wasn't there to judge people. A lot of people think being a light is looking at someone and what they're doing bad and being like, you shouldn't do that. And you know what? The church has gotten that reputation. A lot of people won't come to church now because they think that's church, right? They think that church is about someone pointing their finger at you and be like, you've been bad. You should stop sinning. Well, you're right. We all should stop sinning. But my job was not to make them feel bad and judge them. My job was just to be a light. And I just said, hey guys, listen, I just want you to just be respectful of that. And a lot of people did. They were respectful. They you know, I had a couple times they said, like, oh man, sorry. I'm like, no problem, man. But it wasn't to do anything except for the fact that I want you to understand that God is real. It's important to me. You swearing, you doing other things, you know, whatever. You know, it's not good, but that's between you and God. But, you know, the name of God was important to me. It's just different. The question to you is, what can you do to be that light, to be that difference, right? And the difference between me trying to get everybody to act just like me and trying to get people to just disrespect who God was the fact that I wanted to bring glory to God. I didn't care about myself. I don't care if people swear around me. I swore my whole life. It didn't bother me. But it did bother me that they didn't have any respect for God. That's all I want to do is bring a little respect, bring a little honor to him. That's all I wanted to do. And so I picked my battle. And I stepped out, and it worked. And actually, it worked so well by the end of the year. You guys have heard the story that, you know, by the end of the year, we were all praying it before every game. It was so cool. You know, I don't know what these guys are doing in their life for Jesus Christ right now. I know some of them go to church. I know some of them don't. Most of them, I have no clue. But I was a light, and I let God do the rest of the work. And I just went about my business, my ordinary business every day, doing nothing really special, speaking out one time, and then just being myself and trying to be the best Christian that God has made me to be and continue to do better. And you know what? If you ask people, I did act different. From pre-Christian to Christian, and I got saved when I was 16, I acted very different. I different priorities. That's all it is, guys. It's nothing huge. It's nothing life-changing. It's ordinary people doing ordinary things to bring glory to God, and it'll make huge impacts. How you treat people, how you view people, how you view yourself. That's it, guys. It's simple. And so the questions today in your small group are going to be, how do you do that? You specifically, how can you be a light? With your gifts in your friend group, how can you be a light? And for those of you who go to Christian school, let's be honest, you need to be a light too. Not all your Christian brothers and sisters are living the way they need to be. They don't need to be judged and put their finger point at, but they need to have someone that's going to have integrity and encourage and be there to shine a light and be an example for how they could walk. What are you going to do? How can you be a light? That's the question. Because guys, listen, God did not give us the job of being a light so we could hide and make nobody understand that we are a believer. I know sometimes that's the easy way to do it, but God has given us a job, and I think we should take it seriously. I'm praying for you guys, and if we can do this, guys, and we can be a light in our schools, we're going to change our schools. I truly believe that. I changed my football team, me and my buddy. It was awesome. And I hope it had an everlasting impact in their life. And I just want that for you guys. I want you to look back at this time and said, you know what? Maybe I didn't do everything I could do, but I was a light. And God blessed that. And that's it, guys. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the ordinary things you can do with your skill set to be a light shining on the hill for God's glory. All right, guys, that's it. That's the end of our Magnify. For those of you who are in the small group watch parties, take to your small groups, and we've got some questions for you. We've got something else for you to do as well. I hope you guys like the decorations behind me. None of y'all gave me any really good suggestions, so I went ahead and did what I thought I wanted to do. So I actually got an Ashland. We got your sweater from, I think the first year I was here, we did a Christmas party Ashland sweater with my face on it. So anyways, guys, I love you. I miss a lot of you, so I hope to see you all Sunday, and I hope you all have a great